Hi folks, welcome back. If you're new here, thanks for watching. Hope you'll find this channel really useful. So a while back I had promised that I would show you how to do the matchbooks, and I completely forgot until right now. So I'm going to show you how to do matchbooks today, and I'm really excited because these things are really cute and they use up scraps. Yay! Who doesn't like to use up scraps? Except for me when I don't have any scraps that I can find right now, which is super strange. Don't really know what's going on. It's kind of like the Twilight Zone around here, but we're gonna move on with it. But what I do have is I have some of the things that I have picked up from the thrift stores, so I'm going to use that. All right. So first thing that I'm going to use, this is a pack of borders that I got from the thrift store for 10 cents. I think these were originally from the dollar store. Looks like the dollar store brand, doesn't it? Anyway, so these are actually borders to go on bulletin boards, like for teachers. So this one is 36 inches long, and it's this lovely color here. And I actually do like these colors. I think they're really fun, and would look in it really cute in a 80s, 90s journal or whatever. So these are 3 inches wide and obviously way too long. So it's an entire yard long. So I'm just going to cut this guy down. I'm going to cut it down at about, let me go, because I really don't remember what size that I used before. I'm going to go, 6 inches is going to be too far. Let me go 5, see what happens. 5 doesn't look like enough though. I probably should have already planned this out before I started recording, but I didn't, so now I'm just going to roll with it. Okay, let's just go 6, whatever. I can always trim off some. Okay, so just trimming off some at 6. And again, this is supposed to be used for scraps, so you can use whatever size you want. This is 3 inches wide, and I definitely could make a 3-inch wide matchbook. Why don't we make a 3-inch wide matchbook? Why not? Who says that they have to be tiny like matchbook sizes? Whatever. Okay, so let's make a 3-inch wide matchbook. All right. So for a matchbook, you're going to have some that folds up at the bottom, and then you're going to want to have some of your top to come down, but you want to make sure that the top, there's enough to actually stick in this little flap down here. And you want to make sure that you have at least enough to get a staple down here at the bottom. So I think actually that's fairly decent right there. I could make it a little taller. Maybe I'll make it a little taller. Okay, so I'm going to fold it right here. I don't know how big that is. And of course you can make these bigger or smaller. I mean, that's the great thing about these, is that, you know, whatever scraps you have, you can, am I on camera? Yeah, I am. Okay. Whatever scraps that you have, you can just use that. So just for reference, this is about 3/4 of an inch down at the bottom, and this was started as a 6-inch piece, and then it's 3 across. All right, and now I'm going to come down and I'm going to fold it. I'm going to go pretty down towards the bottom, and I do have enough to get a couple of staples down here down at the bottom. Do you have to use a stapler? No, you could sew it if you wanted to. I just think a staple's easier. Okay, so I'm going to fold it right here. I'm going to use my bone folder and squish it down right there. Okay, so how far did I fold it down? I folded it down about 2.5 inches, actually, like exactly 2.5 inches. Okay. All right, so this is going to be the cover of your little matchbook, and it is going to be so adorable. Okay, so the next step is to find papers to put inside, and I found that about 6 pages of thin paper, like, so you're talking like copyweight or notebook paper, is the way to go. So again, normally I would use scraps with this, but I literally I don't know where my scraps got off to, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take this yucky looking writing tablet that I got, and I'm going to use a page out of here. I think I only need 1. All right, so I tore a page out of there, and it's a writing tablet, so it's 6 by 9. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that my papers are going to fit snugly in this portion in the middle here, not the little flap at the bottom and not the flap over at the top, but the part in the middle. So I want to make sure that it's not taller than here and not wider than it is across, because I want it to fit inside. Do you have to make it so that the pages fit inside? No, absolutely not. You can make it as wide as you want to make it. But I do like it when it fits inside, you know, like a matchbook. So, all right, so this is 3 inches wide. So I think I'm going to give myself about 1/8 of an inch on either side. And I'm going to make it public math. Okay, 2 3/4 wide. All right, so I'm going to cut this guy at 2 3/4. So move out of the way, writing tablet. Thank you very much. 2 3/4. Here we go. Gonna line it up. And y'all, this blade has had it, but I'm still going with this blade. So we'll see how long. Okay, so is this gonna be? Yeah, okay. So I just need to cut this at 2 3/4. So what I was measuring that for was to see if it was going to meet the height of the paper that I want to use. What is the height? I don't know. I haven't measured it. Let's find out. So we have 2, 1, 2. You can't see what I'm pointing at. Okay, 1, 2, and was that 3/4? Yeah, 2 3/4. So as long as they're not taller than 2 3/4. So I have the width good. I'm going to get 3 out of this one. So 2 3/4. And I'm actually just going to use, I'm going to use this to help me figure out where 2 3/4 are. 1, 2, and then 3/4. So I'm actually going to fold on this line here that's already here. So make your life easier, Lynn. Make this easy on yourself. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Okay, I'm just going to use my fingernails to crease that down. So that should be 2 3/4. Let's just measure and make sure. Again, you don't have to do all this measuring. I'm just doing it because I don't know. I don't know because it feels right. All right, and I'm just going to fold this back on itself like a so. And I have a little bit extra, and that's okay. All right, and fold that down. These are ugly folds, but it's okay because it'll all come out in the wash. Okay, so if I nest this, I should probably get on camera. You can totally do this. Okay, it's still a little bit too, oh, was it supposed to go this way? It is supposed to go this way, and it's still a little too wide. That's okay. There's a thing that's called scissors. Yep, because I do want it to fit with about 1/8 of an inch on either side here. All right, so I just need to cut this bottom part off a little bit, and that's going to take care of that fold, but nobody's going to see the fold down at the bottom anyway because it's going to be stapled. Okay, here's this, and I'm going to just turn this around right here, and I think maybe here-ish. Let's go with this. Oh, fingers crossed this works. Okay, let's put it in here like this. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Maybe didn't have to take off so much at the top, but I did. It's okay. Still cute. All right. Now, here's the question that you ask yourself. Do you want to do anything else to these pages in here? Like, do you want to stamp on them? Or do you want to stencil on them? Or do you want to do anything else to it? Because it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt once you actually staple the stuff in here. And actually, you know what? I just got those. Ooh, where did they go? Here. I just got those stencils at the thrift store. And let me do something really bad and stencil using my cutting mat. Well, yeah, this is probably not going to turn out well at all. All right. So I think I'm going to use maybe this and stick this up at the top. And I have some seedless preserves here. Let's use that. Oh, this is still over here. Sometimes it's good to be messy. That's all I got to say. Sometimes it's good. So I'm going to use this guy, get a little bit of seedless preserves on here, and I'm just going to use this stencil on here. Whew, that is definitely more of a hot pink than a purple. I'm not mad about it, especially, you know, with this theme that I have going on with the bright, like, 80s colors. Actually, that's really cute. Yep, just like that. Ta-da. And maybe I want to put this star on here. Now remember, that the book comes up down at the bottom, so you're not really going to be able to see that. But so the good news is that people can either use these matchbooks as little journaling cards, so you could actually write in the matchbook itself, or if you wanted to, you could actually pull out the paper and then just glue it on your journal page, just depending on what you wanted to do with it. Or you can just leave it intact and, let it ride like that. Okay, so I'm going to do, I think, so I have 6 pages. I'm going to do 2 more. And for this guy, I get some more of the Seedless Preserves. Definitely could mix up the colors, but I didn't go and get any other colors before I started. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, I think I'm just going to use this little one here. And I'm not pressing all that hard when I'm doing this, and I'm actually trying not to run over this area because there's not a lot of a grace area between this one that I'm trying to use and this one. So I'm just trying to be a little careful because I don't really want the other one on here. Not that it's bad. No. Just I don't want it. Okay, and you see I still got a little bit of it anyway, but it's okay. And I think maybe the heart. Now see, this would have been really cute if I would have done this in a different color. Kind of want to go get a different color. It's all right. We're just going to keep going. Just keep going. This is for demonstration anyway. I will definitely be using this in the next Lisa Frank. Not necessarily Lisa Frank. I take it back. Not necessarily Lisa Frank. In the next 80s journal that I do. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Let's use this. I don't know. It looks like hearts. Like weird shaped hearts. Okay, weird shaped hearts. It's your time to shine. Let's see what you do. What are you doing? What are you doing, weird shaped hearts? Let's find out. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. I'm pretty sure you have to make the sound in order to do it. You know what? That's really cute. I want to put some more on here. Let's see if I can kind of line these 2 up. Okay, they don't exactly line up. That's fine. Doop, 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 doop. I'm pretty sure that the sound actually helps the ink go on, and apparently helps it go in places where you don't want to. Okay, well, fine. You want to be there? You know what? You can be there. You're having a fit about it, so you obviously, there we go. You obviously belong on here. So there. Now you belong. There you go. All right. These things get so bossy sometimes, but whatever. Okay. So here we go. We're back. So slight break to do that. Now I'm just going to organize my papers. I think I want this one on the front, and then I'm just going to alternate these inside here. I get them all stacked up. And now here is where the magic happens. It's really not magic. So you just get nestled them down in there where you want them. I like to push them all the way down to the bottom. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay. So push them all the way down to the bottom just because I want to make sure that I catch it with my stapler. And I want to center it so about this space is the same on this space. Actually, it's a little bit off, but whatever. We're going to move on. So the number of staples that you use for this one is wider than most of the ones I do. The ones that I do are normally about 1.5 inches wide, or the ones that I had done previously. And I used, I want to say I used 2 staples on those, but since this is 3 inches wide, I think I'm going to use 3. So I'm going to come in with my tiny attacher. And I'm still holding this. Hopefully it hasn't moved that much. And I'm going to get pretty close down here to the bottom because once again, I want to make sure that this top actually folds and stays in there and can, get settled in there. I don't know, not doing too good with words today to explain. All right, so we're going to go 1 and 2. And I'm going to come over here and get number 3. I want to make sure that I am catching the edge of this paper, so I'm looking to make sure that I'm to the right of the paper so that I can catch it. 3. Okay, it is fairly even, which is great. So now, yep, and that nestles down very nicely. I almost got a little too high with my staples because it's buckling up at the top just a little smidge. So I'm going to come in here with a trusty bone folder and squish it down like it never happened. And nobody will know except for you guys. Please don't tell anybody. Okay, so here we go. Here's a matchbook. So you have a couple of options now. You can say, wham, I'm done. I don't want to do anymore. You can decorate this with stickers. This one is glossy, so it's not going to, and it's also really colorful, so it's not really going to take to any type of stamping or stenciling very, very well. For me, I think I probably will later come back and put a sticker on here, depending on the theme of the journal. Actually, it's probably going to be those Lisa Frank stickers that I bought before, to be perfectly honest with you, because they're so cute and they go like really, really well with these colors. But what I don't like down at the bottom is I don't like these staples yelling at me. So I found two things that help with the staples if you hate them yelling at you. You can, number one, come in with the dollar store metallic markers and just color over the top of them, or with any permanent marker. These are not permanent markers, by the way, but somehow it seems to work. And I'm coming in here with a pink one, and I definitely just colored on the paper, but it's okay because I'm going to show you the other way to do this. So just come on here, and then if you let these dry, actually these are standing out more, but they're standing out more in pink, and I like that. I think that looks really cool. So if you just let these dry, then the ink won't rub off. A little bit will come off, but there won't be a whole lot of ink transfer, and it'll still not be that glaring stapler shine. Okay, so that's one way. Way number two, cover it up. So I have a little piece of ribbon here that isn't doing anything, and if I were to glue it right here, it would absolutely cover up all the staples, and it would be super cute. So I'm going to do that really quick. I have not opened up my bottle of Fabrifix today, so let's see if it actually wants to play or if it's going to be a pain. Okay, so here we go. All right, while I am waiting for my glue to participate, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The weather today is not that great. It is actually really windy. And so you guys will see I'm in long sleeves all the time, even in the summer. We're in North Carolina, so obviously it's not super cold, but my craft room, it gets really, really cold for whatever reason. So I am usually wearing a sweatshirt for the majority of the year. Let's see here. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Okay, look, I'm gluing. Look, I put a bead of glue down. It's probably a little bit too much more glue. Too much more glue. What is that? What is too much more glue? I don't even know. What are you talking about? No one knows. Okay, let me put my pen back in my glue. Hopefully it won't dry out. And I'm going to come along here with my finger, kind of spread this glue out a little bit, because I know that this ribbon, the glue, it's Fabrifix. It's going to, I think that's Fabrifix. Ugh, I should probably label my glue bottles. All right, whatever. I know that Fabrifix will bleed through on these ribbon types. So I'm just going to stick this on here and hope that I get it kind of straightish. This is actually not Fabrifix because it does not stink. All right, so you're just going to have to sit there and dry for forever, because this is the other glue that I use. I think it's Aleene's. The Aleene's clear glue, which, I mean, it's fine. It holds. I would just normally use Fabrifix or the Beacon 3-in-1, whatever, 50 billion names the same glue has. Anyway, okay. So as soon as this dries, I would just come back, and I don't want to do it right now because I'm going to mess it up. I would just come back in and clip off the, get on camera, come back in and clip off the edges of the ribbons, and bam, you're done. And you have a really cute little matchbook with 6 pages in here. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Bye.